Alright, we are live, and welcome back to Slacker Z, my channel. My name's Chris. Tonight, we are beginning to kick off the Star Wars saga that left off from the Be-Back trilogy. So, before we begin our game tonight, let's introduce ourselves and our characters kind of briefly. We'll begin with, let's see, Alan, then Brian, then Gabe, and then Kevin.
Hi everyone, I'm Alan from the What the Dice channel on YouTube. I will be playing a character called Kaeda tonight. And basically, yeah, he's, well, I'll let you find out. I don't want to ruin the surprise too much. But yeah, I'm playing a guy called Kaeda. He's human and is technically a demolitionist. So we'll see how things play out.
I am Brian Catalano. I am playing the infamous crime lord Tiber Zahn. And he's a human, I believe. Yes, he is. And that's all you need to know. Next.
Hey everybody, my name is Gabe B, and it's been a pleasure to meet everybody here, and so we're going to be playing with a couple of them once again. This is brought to you also by the Tides of Change role-playing club on Facebook. I suggest that you check them out, try to get into the club and get into many Star Wars fantasy flight games as possible as you can. I also play Mercer in the Heart of the Empire campaign ran by the bard himself, the bagpiper, Michael.
Okay, my name's Kevin, and I am playing a human commando named Gannett Kiramund, and I have so many channels I can't even name them all off, but the gaming channel I do is Darth Hessian.
Alright, so again, thank you guys. A lot of these guys I've either played a game with or have known from the Tides of Change group. So again, thank you guys for joining us, and we will begin our game tonight. The screen starts off with a asteroid in the middle of the deep, dark space. Stars surrounding it. As the camera zooms in towards the asteroid, you see a couple Star Destroyers off in the distance just casually cruising by past the asteroid. And as it's zooming in, you see a Lambda-class shuttle zoom from the side of the frame, zooming towards the asteroid. The screen wipes, and we see the asteroid and a landing platform on top of the asteroid, and this Lambda-class shuttle zooming down and slowly making its descent down. As it lands, a group of 4 stormtroopers march up to the Lambda-class shuttle. The ramp opens, and 3 individuals walk out. One in a stormtrooper-looking outfit, another individual in kind of a blackish-reddish clad armor, nothing familiar to anything Imperial or Rebel, and a tall individual with silvery gray long hair all slowly start walking down the ramp. As the stormtroopers walk up, they look to them and say, "Your security clearance, please." What do you 3 do?
What 3? Sorry, am I one of them?
Yeah, so that's your cue, Kevin, Brian, and Alan.
All right, and who said this to us?
Do we actually have a false security clearances made?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
And you would have that.
Okay.
Because you're the one who looks official.
I just walk up. I don't say a word. Just hand it to them.
Okay. They look at it and say, okay, proceed, and they split off and let you proceed.
Okay. Does that clear everybody or just me?
It clears all three of you.
All right. So
you guys start heading down off the platform, right? Am I assuming that's what you guys do next?
yeah,
Sure.
start walking off
Okay.
the platform and start off the platform. So I'm looking. So I guess I'm looking at a landing bay or something along those lines.
Okay, yeah. As you step off the stairs and you look more off, you see a long sections of what looks like prisons, like jail cells, and there's just rows of them. There's like 2, 3, 5 rows that just go for about 10 cells in each line, so it'd be like 10 on one side, 10 on the other, and then there's 5 aisles.
Okay, is this like an Imperial prison facility?
Yes, you're on the asteroid of Kessel. So this is the Kessel spice mines.
Oh.
In the prison area.
Is there a computer console nearby?
Yes, actually, if you walk up to the from the stairs to the beginning of where there's like a middle row, and then there's 2 rows each to the left and the right with the cells. And on the middle row, off to the right, there is a computer terminal.
All right, I'm going to go up to it and operate it and look for where Saurine's cage is.
All right. Go ahead and roll a computers check.
All right.
Difficulty 2. All right. 2 successes and a threat.
There's always a threat.
All right. So the computer terminal shows you exactly where to go. The map that it shows up leads you. You go up the middle aisle and past this first cell blocks. There's a stairway down that goes about 20 meters down, and then there's 10 different cells. These 10 cells are more the high security type. There's nobody else in these cells except for Saurine, and he's in the center. There's 3, 4, and 3. So there's 3 off to left and right, and there would be 4 going off from the stairs about like 10 meters. And Saurine is in the very far one off to the right of those 4. So as you're coming down the stairs, you'd be off to the 4th.
Let me ask you, the way we came in, is that the only way in or out?
No.
All
But
right.
you'd have to look to see where it is. There are more ways in and out.
Okay.
Okay.
But your threat is that you accidentally I'll say this. As you were trying, it was a little bit more difficult than you had anticipated to find out where he was, so you pick up a point of strain.
Okay.
From trying to work it. Okay, so what are you guys going to do next?
How easy was it for us to get from the landing platform to here?
You mean as far as...
Just getting here. I mean, just walking from the landing platform to getting
I
to
got
where
the idea it wasn't simple at all.
Yeah, it seems rather easy.
Most of what you see as far as... Are you talking about what you see as far as stormtroopers and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. You see the 4 that were still up at the landing bay. And as you walk down, there's a roving patrol of stormtroopers, like 5 of them. They just kind of are walking down. They don't seem to even be paying you any mind because you came off no problem off of the landing bay, but they're just kind of walking around, just kind of doing a patrol in between the aisles. So they'll go up like one aisle, come back around, go up the other, kind of doing a zigzag motion and just kind of patrolling it. And that's all you see from there. The map didn't show you what's beyond that as far as stormtroopers. It just showed you where the location was.
Okay, so right now we're in like the what looks like maximum security area where like the cells are thicker kind of thing. They look.
It seems like this first block that when you came off the landing is not the highest security. I mean, they're all pretty much maximum security. Anybody who gets sent to Kessel is pretty much a maximum security. But these are the lower of the maximum security. Like, they're not as much of a threat as far as physical or trying to escape. These are more the, you would say, kind of like the ones that, like slicers and just kind of common
the good
thug
behavior
criminals.
boys.
Huh?
The good behavior boys.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. The less that. So where we are now, I'm going to slowly walk around the square, just like looking in each cell, and also if there's any are occupied, is there like an information card outside describing the occupant?
They just have numbers, but the cells you can see in pretty easily. I mean, they're not walled off. They're kind of like cages basically, and they're just lined up. So I mean, you can see that it's probably about, I'd say about 2/3 full. It's not to full capacity, but there's a decent amount of cells there that are, over half of them are at least occupied. And there's some empty cells here and there. But yeah, you can tell who's in, how many people are in there. I would say out of, 50 cells, each holding 1. So there's probably about, I'd say 30 to 35 prisoners in that cell block.
Okay. Go on.
Kaeda, we need a diversion.
That's what I'm thinking.
I need you to make something blow up, and I need you to make it loud and big, so we can get him out of here.
And hopefully not close to us.
You mean like this loud and big? And I'll just pull out a thermal detonator.
Sure, maybe 2.
I've only got the 1, but it should pack enough of a punch
Very
to
well.
set it correctly.
Okay, and where are you throwing the thermal detonator at? Just down the aisle?
Or plant it somewhere that
It's nowhere close
toss it over
by.
there.
Yeah, I'd like to can I set it so it can activate remotely?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you gonna hide it, or you gonna just like set it somewhere?
Yeah, I want to set it somewhere where it's going to do more of not necessarily wide scale destruction, but certainly enough to blow off a few doors. But I mean, how sturdy do these cages look? If I set up a thermal detonator, would it actually kill the occupants, or would it just blow the doors open?
I'm thinking of it as something to happen somewhere else to get the guards to go there, while we remove him from his
Sure,
cell.
but if we want to create a riot, we want to have the most dangerous inmates running around, rather than just like a few slicers who shit themselves and retreat into their cage with the explosion. We want some mean hombres running around.
True, but then also collapsing part of the prison would be interesting.
Okay, to answer your question, Alan, their flimsing off a thermal detonator would definitely knock the doors off. The explosion, depending on where the prisoner is standing at the time the explosion goes off, could possibly kill him. But if they're like towards the back end and you put it like right down the middle of the aisle, it would probably just kind of knock them for a loop if they're towards the back. But if they're like right near the door, it's probably if it doesn't kill them, it's going to injure them pretty good.
Okay, well, Kaeda will suggest that. Right, if we get this thermal detonator to go off in the middle, we should be able to blow a lot of these doors off. There's a handful of those 5 stormtroopers just wandering. The detonator going off, plus the people that are going to be flooding out of their cells. We should be able to escape in the confusion, is my guess.
Okay.
At which point I would like to walk down past each cell again and just shout in, get to the backs of the your cells. We're here to free you all.
Are you yelling, or are you trying to?
Well, not yelling it. I don't know how thick the door is. I want to be able to get into
Okay. Yeah, they're not really like doors, like solid doors. Like I said, they're like basically like cages.
Okay.
So you can just almost go up to the cell and talk to them.
Yeah, pretty well. Okay, I'll take out the thermal detonator, go up to each cell individually, and just smile through the cell and say, "Stand back, guys. Freedom is here." And just basically want to kind of get these angry-looking dudes ready to get out and bust some heads. And when I'm satisfied that people are on board with the plan, I will, attempt to set off the detonator once we're safely out the way as well.
Okay, to place the detonator, and you want to try and conceal it a little bit, right?
Trying to what?
Conceal it, so like if the patrol happens to walk by it, they won't just see it before you want to.
Yeah.
Or did you want to?
Well, to be honest, I mean, if I just can kind of put it in a place, leg it backwards, and then just activate it, it won't take too long. So it's got to time the route of their passage. If I see them go past once, I know I've got a couple of minutes before they'd be due back.
All right. So
Wait,
I will.
before we do, I think we need to free our prisoner first.
Do you have a way of getting the door open other than this little beauty?
Let me look on the sheet. Is it a typical electrical lock?
Yeah, it's
something that could be hacked.
Well, the ones in the bay that you guys are in right now are not as high security as the ones you are headed to. A little bit more high security on that.
Okay.
To where you're going.
Let me ask you, can we see the platform where we landed from here at all, or are we just way inside and therefore we can't?
Okay, let's see, you're walking down the middle aisle, you should still be able to see it. It would be off to this, but you would have a clear view. If you're to either side, you'd have some obstruction from the cells and stuff, but you'd kind of be able to see it because you're right there.
Okay. Well, what I'm gonna do while they're planning to blow stuff up, I'm kind of gonna have my rifle aimed in the direction of the ship. You said there's still stormtroopers there, right?
Yes, you still got 4 stormtroopers. Just they're kind of the ones that man the loading area, the docking area.
Well, I'm gonna have sights on one of them, and I'm gonna have sights on one of them. So when that thing blows, I plan on pulling the trigger.
Okay.
So now I can do up to 2 maneuvers with an aim, and it gives me 2 bonuses if I remember correctly. And I could take strain on it because I know the first one's free, and then there's a second.
The first one's free, and then the second one, you take strain on. Yeah.
Okay, so it'd be basically 2 boosts plus my skill. Okay, got it.
Yeah. Okay. So then it is. Okay, so you're there, and Tiber,
Yes.
Kaeda, Kaeda. What are you guys heading towards?
Yes.
Okay. So you guys walk down, and you're heading down the road, and you see you come up to the stairs, and you see that it's kind of like a where these 10 cells are.
Yeah.
It's kind of like in a crater. So you're going down about 20 meters, and then it flattens off, and then there's just this, basically this rock wall all around it, about 20 to 25 meters high, depending on, various heights and stuff. And then the cells in there, you see, as you're walking down the stairs and you're looking towards the cell, you see 6 stormtroopers standing there.
At his
They
cell?
are guarding this cell. At his cell.
Interesting.
And they're just standing guard.
So I say to both of the gentlemen, I think we need to remove this obstacle.
Well, they take your security very seriously.
They do.
Is this who we're here to retrieve?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you have some sort of device that could knock them unconscious? Like some sort of flash device?
All I'm packing is this, and I'll pull out my disruptor pistol. Well, won't pull it out, but I'll motion to it on my hip. And this, the thermal detonator. I've got no other way.
Okay.
Okay, so they're stood around outside this cage. What else is in the surrounding area?
It's just basically in this little crater. There's just when you walk down the stairs, it's just the cages. They're just sitting around the edges of the crater. You got the 4, and then the 3 on each side, and then the stairway, and then the stormtroopers. And then the computer terminals for each cell, because these ones are more secure. So each one has a computer terminal. Whereas when you guys were up at the cell block, it just had the one computer terminal for all of them.
I think in this situation, confusion and chaos might be our ally. We need to release the other prisoners. Give the stormtroopers something to think about, perhaps.
That might be a good idea.
Do you think you could hack these cells without me using this detonator?
I can try.
Hack the doors. We need these guys out to create a diversion.
Okay, so you guys are down in the crater, or are you just where you guys at?
I was kind of like looking over the top, I imagine. I haven't gone down there yet, but I'm just like surveying.
Okay. So Tiber, you want to hack into the...
Yeah.
Okay. And you're... Alright, so... I'm going to say, again, another computers... a computers check, again, this time again, 2 difficulty, and I'm going to use my destiny point to upgrade one of them to a red.
Okay, and I want to use one of the force dice, whatever you call them.
The destiny points?
Yeah.
Okay.
Also.
Jim just did that.
Yeah. We got it. Yep. All right, let's go ahead and roll then.
All right, so let's see. That's at blue.
No, you look pretty green to a yellow.
Yeah.
Or add a green. If
Oh,
you
okay. Yeah, I do. Okay. Oh, hold on. That's right. I keep forgetting this. How many purple?
Well, because I did use the destiny point, it would be 1 purple, 1 red.
Okay.
It was originally 2 difficulty.
Okay. All right, let's see. All right.
All right. So 2 successes and 2 threats. All right. So you get all those prison doors open up in the minimum security block area. The 2 threats are the stormtrooper patrol happened to be coming around the corner at the time you were working on there, so they seen you working and all of a sudden seen the doors fly open. And the stormtrooper goes, "What's going on over here?"
Question: are they near me? Because I kind of got a weapon aimed, or are they the other direction?
Were you towards where you guys?
I was looking towards the ship, fixating on one of the troopers near the ship to take a shot.
Okay, you weren't mobile.
I'm sorry.
Were you mobile with them? Were you walking with them, or did you stay in one spot?
I stood in one spot.
Okay. So yeah, you'd still have your beat on them.
Okay.
The guys up at the
So I'm just
platform.
curious, did this group of stormtroopers just walk right in front of me, or did they walk behind me or to the side or something like that?
Okay. Where were you exactly? I'm trying to remember. Were you still up at the up at the terminal?
It was basically they were going to do that, and I kind of stood in one spot. So.
Okay, so you would have been up towards the front. They went towards the back. They were at the stairs. So no, they would not have seen you.
Okay.
Because you were up front.
And would I actually know any of this is going on?
Let's see. No, you would. You're far enough away. They would.
Okay.
Well, do a perception check with a difficulty of an average difficulty with the setback because of the cages to see if you notice them.
Perception. Okay. And a setback.
Hmm.
All right, so yeah, you do see them kind of, and you kind of hear them, the stormtrooper speaker kind of a little bit too. Your threat is you had to, kind of strain to be able to hear it, so take a point of strain for that. And then I want, oh wait, no, go ahead, Brian and or Alan and Brian, what you guys, the stormtroopers are staying right there saying what you guys doing.
We're here to free a prisoner.
Cool as you like. I love it.
All right, so the stormtrooper kind of, well, not kind of. He throws up his weapon and goes, "Hold it right there." So I want Brian, Alan, and Kevin all to roll initiative.
And this is cool, right? Or is it good?
That's what
Yeah,
I
I'd
would
say
make.
cool because you happen to see them, Kevin. So I'd say cool because so you kind of expected something. And Brian definitely did, and Alan would have, character would have too. I mean, he just blatantly came out and said that. So I would say yes.
Okay, 2 advantage.
All right. To advantage, okay.
Oh, nice.
Alright. So, let me roll mine real quick. All right. So it will go It's a PC, NPC, group, PC, NPC. All right, so who wants to go first?
Well, I'll let them fight the stormtroopers. I got my bead.
How many are there?
This group is, there's just the 5 standing there.
No, the one that's pointing at us.
He's part of the. He's part of the 5. He's yeah.
Just 5. Okay, no problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here's a question for you. This is game related. So if stormtroopers are minions, which I assume they are, and it's a group of 4,
5.
is the wound threshold, is the wounds, is that for the entire group or just each individual one?
Oh, as far as it's a multiplication. So, like, for example, each minion has like 5. So with
Each
5
minion
of them, you multiply it times 5, and that's the group total.
Okay.
So that's how you do that.
All right.
Okay, so who wants to take the first go?
I'll let them work on stormtroopers. I'm waiting for later. Because I'm kind of waiting for something to happen, and that's my cue to take a shot. So.
I think Ty, but they said, "What you doing?" He's like, "I'm just freeing a prisoner." So I reckon, what's his response to that? Like, they hoist the guns up, and he does what? So I reckon he should go first.
Yeah. I'm just taking a look at what this guy can do. Okay. I'm going to put my hands up and walk towards them.
Okay.
Reverse psychology.
All right.
So I'm walking slowly. I don't have anything. So I'm going to go over and look into the cage. And there was a question here. This is just a. It says free Saurine. Is that Quill the Red? Is that what he's known as? Is that like his?
That's his. Yes, that's his alias.
Okay. All right. So I look into the cage. Does he look like Quill the Red?
Where you guys are at? No, you're still up in the minimum security area. You didn't go down into the maximum, so you don't. You're still above. You're where the.
Oh, all right.
The less offensive prisoners are.
How do you get down to there?
You just walk down the stairs. You guys were right at the top of the stairs.
All right, so that's what I was doing. I was walking down to them with my hands up.
Oh no, they're up top. See, you guys went up to the right. You went to the computer terminal.
So they're not down near his. They're not down near his cage. They're above.
No. This is the roving patrol that was in the main cell block.
Okay.
The 6 that are guarding Saurine are still down there, as far as you know.
Okay.
I think the way it panned out is we were gonna open these doors in the minimum security area to have the guys rush out, create a diversion, which would allow us to go down and work on actually freeing Saurine. So we've been busted in the minimum security area. Just like opening the doors for all like slices and.
But you got the doors open, so. Okay, so you're just holding off. Then Brian. Okay. You're just not gonna do anything. Am I correct? And you're just holding your hands up?
I'm not even doing that, so go back.
Okay, okay.
All right.
they're okay. To kind of get the orientation of how far they are from you. You were at the middle aisle on the computer terminal there. They came around from, let's see, you guys were from the stairs facing back towards the shuttle, so they'd been coming from your left, coming around that first aisle right next to there.
How close are they?
So they were just coming around. So they're probably, I'd say, right on the cusp of short, medium range.
Which is what?
I'd say 5 meters, maybe. I mean, it's a good enough distance that you've got some decent space. They were, like I said, they were just coming around the corner. These cells aren't that big. They're, well, I guess, okay, I'll take that back. They're probably closer to 10 meters from you, approximately. So that would be the short to medium. They're like right there at the line.
Okay, as an incidental, like when I see them like approaching us and realise we've been caught, I just want to palm the thermal detonator in my hand so I can just like lift it up and show it at some point when it gets around to my turn. But I want to see them coming and just like pull it out.
Okay. All right.
All right, I will. All right, I'm going to tell them. It's about that. You need to turn around and leave, or we'll have to kill you.
Okay. Let's see. Roll a coercion difficulty of 3.
Right, and I'm going to use another light side, dark side thing.
Okay.
Yeah, so okay.
Oh, wow. Wait. Did you have any difficulties with that?
Oh, no.
I was like, wow, that was a good roll.
Yeah. Difficulty of 3, you said?
Yes.
And, okay.
All right, you didn't sway them, and in the process, I'm going to give you 1 strain for trying to convince them, and the other threat is one of the stormtroopers starts to grab a set of binders and get them ready to cuff you. And we will go to the NPC's turn. The stormtroopers don't take any shot, but they start to move closer into you. So they start to, the lead one's got the weapon pointed on you, he's moving forward, and he's flanked on each side by 2 different ones. The one off to his right's the one that's got the binders that is walking up towards Tiber. And they have now surrounded you 2. And that ends their turn. And I'm going to... Next NPC.
NPC or PC?
I mean, PC, sorry.
It's me. It's me, and I really didn't hear a signal.
Can we can we just take any NPC slot, or are you sticking to order?
Or PC? Yeah, you guys can take any. You guys, it's either you or Kevin. You guys can decide.
Well, I haven't heard anything yet, so I'm going to wait.
Okay.
Okay, okay. So as an incidental, I've kind of slowly, while they were still at like border and medium range, I've removed the thermal detonator. I'm just gonna hold it up and show them, like I'll like kind of flip the top bit so the little red button's ready to be pressed, and I'll just say to the stormtroopers, "Did you not hear the man? Leave us, or you will all die." And I'm just gonna kind of, just like kind of, you know, and I'll say to them, "You know what kind of mess these things can make, especially that pretty white armor of yours."
I want you to roll a coercion check. Same difficulty, but I'm going to give you a boost for that.
Yeah, boost because of the little flashing red button. Alrighty. So 3 purple, yeah, but I get a boost.
Yep.
And I'm going to ninja a destiny point, if you don't mind, boys. I think we really need to make this work. Alright, so I'm going to upgrade that to a yellow. Right.
Okay.
Oh, boom.
Whoa!
Not literally boom. Not literally boom. I don't mean literally boom, but yeah. Boom.
So, that's awesome. So that is a success and a triumph. So you have, at this point, scared the wits out of the stormtroopers that are sitting there. What do you want your triumph to be?
They are aware of what a thermal detonator can do, and they're now just like, whoa, 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 and like they're totally pliant now. They're like, whoa, what do you guys want? What do you guys want? And we're, you know, allowed Tiber to explain what we're here for, and they pretty much know if they don't do what we want, I'm crazy enough to set off the damn thing and take everyone with me. So,
all right.
Pretty much, so if we've got a stormtrooper retinue that are kind of like doing what we want.
All right. So at that moment when you do that, they just start backing off. The one that's holding the binders, he kind of goes to, you know, backs off because he doesn't have his weapon drawn. The other ones that are flanked just kind of back up and kind of are like at the ready, but they're just standing there at the ready. They're not making a move. And the one that was up in the front, he's still holding out his weapon, but he's like, whoa, 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 with one hand on his weapon, the other one his hand outstretched and trying to stop you.
What's happening with all those doors that open and the prisoners coming out?
We will get to that after you decide what you're going to do next, Kevin.
So once again, I didn't hear anything go boom.
So you're just going to... Do you want to do anything else, incidentals or anything, or just hold
I
off
have
your
to
turn?
admit, at this point, I didn't hear anything go boom. I don't even know if I'm aware of the situation going on behind me, so...
Okay.
I really can't do anything.
All right. So after all this starts to transpire, surrounding you guys, you start to hear noise. You start to hear yelling and like, we're free! We're free! And some of them are starting to run amok. Get out of their cell. They're starting to run. Some of them are starting to run to the platform where you guys are at. And as that's happening, the other stormtroopers that are talking to Tiber and Kaeda start to hear this also, and they're starting to kind of look around, realizing that there's a big problem.
I think. Go ahead.
Okay, the stormtroopers that Kevin's watching at the platform start to see these prisoners start running, so they start to make a beeline to the top of the stairs where you came down from.
Now I'm taking my shot.
Oh, okay. So, all right, duly noted. I'll finish the narration of what happens. So as that's happening, I want Tiber and Kaeda to make a perceptions check. Difficulty of 2.
It's Kaeda.
Oh, Kaeda? Okay, thank you.
Kaeda.
Thank you for...
I kept thinking, who's Kaeda? I was looking over
Sorry,
to see if
Kaeda.
that was Kevin's character.
I am so bad with pronunciations unless you tell me straight out how to pronounce it.
Kaeda.
I'm lousy with it.
Kaeda, let's go. Shoot him.
Kaeda! So, yeah, Kaeda, the perception check is a average with a setback because of the commotion that's starting to happen. I want to see how this plays out. All right.
I'm too busy concentrating on not setting off this thermal detonator, it seems, to notice
Right.
anything going on.
All right. So there's so much noise you guys can't make anything out, but your advantages are you start to hear klaxons starting to sound, and not just from your area. You can kind of hear off in the distance klaxons going off in other parts of the prison complex.
Oops. It seems they know we're here.
All right.
So what are the guards
So-
doing? What are these
Okay,
stormtroopers doing? Are they still just staring at us, or are they now getting
No.
worried about the? All right.
No, they're looking around trying to figure out what's going on because they heard the noises too. When you guys at the end of the rolls and all that, the first round, that's when you started hearing the noises and the guys starting to run for it.
I'll say to the ones standing there holding the cuffs, why don't you go and take care of the escaping prisoners and pretend you never saw us?
Okay.
And as I do that, I shall pull out my big old blaster.
Okay. So then we're at the top of the next round. It is the first player slot. So who wants to go first? Kevin said he wanted to take a shot at the stormtroopers that are coming from the platform. Tiber's got his loaded, ready to go. And Kaeda is standing there with a thermal detonator in his hand. So who
A
wants to go
prime
first?
thermal detonator.
Yeah, oh, sorry. Correction. A prime thermal detonator.
Ready to ruin this.
I'll take my shot. Hell.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go
Okay.
ahead.
So
All right.
I'm assuming it's medium distance, and that would be 2 purples.
Check. I believe so. Check my range bands real quick to make sure. Yep, 2 purple.
All right. Holy shit.
Ooh. Wow.
Monster of a roll.
Oh.
And
Alright, so
I crit on 2 advantages with that weapon.
Oh.
And it has a superior skill to it, so I get to add another damage to it.
okay, so what's the damage on that again? You gotta
7.
refresh my memory. 7 base.
7 base.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right.
And I haven't even called the triumph yet.
Okay. Okay, so with that just alone, you have 2 crits, right? Because the triumph.
Technically, yes.
crits.
I would have 2 crits.
Okay. So
Although I got an idea
basically,
of what to use for the triumph, though.
okay, what's your idea for the triumph? And
Okay.
that'll.
You said it was near the platform, right? That's where these stormtroopers are?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I hit one stormtrooper, and it sends them flying back into another one, and they both fall off, and they both go off the platform.
Okay. That's exactly, yep, so we'll go with that. That is great. So when you shoot the one, he falls over, knocking 2 of his compatriots right off of the platform, so they both fall to their death, leaving one stormtrooper standing all by himself up on the platform.
With us?
No, he's up
By the
by
ship.
the shuttle.
Oh, by the shuttle. Okay.
Yeah.
Your turn.
Okay, so do you want to do anything else? You still got to maneuver.
Actually, well, I burned it because I had 2 boosts. My maneuvers
Oh,
were taking the extra aim shot, so I took the strain in the maneuvers
Okay.
there.
So you're just staying there. Okay.
So
Then that
I'm
leads
actually
us.
going to key in on the next one, and I'm going to take that shot when I get the chance.
Okay. All right. So then that goes to the NPCs, to the stormtroopers that are sitting there. So they turn around and they are gonna make some shots at the prisoners, trying to stun as many as they can, because they know that if they don't stop these guys, you guys are gonna overrun them. So let's see. Difficulty. Let's do with a second. Alright, so they succeed. Alright, so they're, as the prisoners are running around, they start trying to pick off in the prisoners. There's about, like I said, 30 to 35. With that success, they knock out about 2 or 3 of them that are running near your area. And that'll be their turn. So whoever wants to go next.
Big boss man.
All right. So what are the ones doing with us? That are they?
They just went. They're the ones that are trying to start containing the prisoners.
So they
They're
left
not really.
us.
No, they're still. Well, they backed off when Kaeda pulled out his thermal detonator. They backed off, and then when they started noticing the prisoners, they changed their focus to the prisoners that are running around. And
Okay.
they stunned 3 of them because they're trying to capture them back, so they're just going around. So their focus is not on you guys right now. Their focus is on the prisoners.
Looking down into the pit, do I see a computer console anywhere near, or some kind of control console to the cells anywhere near the where the prisoner that we are supposed to get is?
All right. So you look down to see if there's a controller. Okay, I want you to do a perceptions check. Easy. So just 1 purple. I want to see how much you see. All right. Okay. So basically, this is what you see. You see each, as you're looking, you see that each cell has its own computer terminal. As you're looking, you notice that the 6 stormtroopers that are down below are starting to head your way.
Oh, they're coming up.
Because the alarms are sounding.
Oh, good. Okay.
But I'm going to name your triumph. What you didn't notice before, as they're running down, they're running right by some crates, and these crates have frag grenades in them. You didn't notice them before. It's just like 2 crates that are just sitting right there.
Right where we're at?
No, down below.
Oh, down
in
below.
The center of all this, they're just sitting there. You didn't really notice them before.
Right.
But now you notice them, and they're after their movement, what you see, they're coming right past them, or right next to them. So they're standing right there.
All right, so they're coming up. Can we duck somewhere that we won't be seen as they come up? Or are the other guards still there? Are they the ones who are supposed to be dealing with the loose prisoners?
Okay, yeah, they're not noticing you. You could, on the side, because it's a crater, and then the stairs go down. But along the sides of the stairs, it's kind of rocky, so you can kind of like duck behind the rim. The stormtroopers behind you would be able to see you if they were noticing you, but the guys coming up from below wouldn't. So it's
Okay.
only. So
All right. This is what I want to do. And Kaeda, come with me and go to this area where they can kind of hide. I am going to, because I have like some incredible stealth and incredible coordination, go down into, how far is the crater? What's the distance?
Okay, from the stairs, from the top of the stairs to the bottom, it's 20 meters. The crater wall kind of varies from about 20 to 25 meters, depending. I mean, it's.
Do I look like I could, with all of my abilities here, do I look like I could just sort of scale down, straight down to it?
It's about 5
You
stories.
could try. You could try to scale down it if you want. It would be a athletics check. Difficulty of, it's going to be hard because it's kind of, it's a crater, so it's kind of a steep.
What about with my coordination?
Or you can use coordination then if you want. I'll go with
Between the two,
coordination. Yeah, I'll take a
Okay.
coordination check. Difficulty of 3.
All right. I guess there's no way to do this stealthily.
No, you wouldn't be. Yeah, I mean no, because you're too focused on trying to get down there without killing yourself.
Okay. I have in my coordination. I have 2 blue boxes. Are those the 2 blue boxes here?
Yeah, those are boosts on your sheet. Yeah, that'd be boosts dice. So you
Okay.
get to add
All right.
those onto your roll.
All right.
I can't remember what that's from. It's from one of your
Yeah,
specializations.
from one of the things I was doing a quick glance at it. All right, and you said the difficulty is how many purple?
3 purple, because it's a steep drop.
Let's see if this works. Ooh, did I get everything?
Oh, you.
Wow.
That's 4 successes. You
Do I float down?
go
like a
down
feather?
that side.
Ooh.
You go down it like a pro. Like you've done this several times. I mean, basically, you just kind of go down on your feet and you're just kind of like sliding like you're snowboarding down this thing. I mean, without a snowboard, just shoot, and no problem getting down there.
All right. I go up to the cell. Do I see?
Okay,
Full
well
red?
that would be.
Oh, that's it? Okay.
Now, yeah, that would be your round on that. So you went down.
Okay.
All right. So then let's see. It would be now Kate's turn.
Okay, so having seen Tiber just like leap over the edge of this crater and just hearing the sounds of like heels, like it's like okay, I'm gonna just like as all the prisoners are running out of the cells, I'm just gonna be like, they're shooting at us. I'm just gonna shout, they're shooting at us, get them, kill them all, to just try and like rile the prisoners up, and I will if there's like kind of the little cover that covers the button on the thermal detonator, I'm going to close it again so I can't accidentally set it off when I leap over and attempt to do the same badass maneuver that Ty has done. Because I'm thinking if, I've got a primed thermal detonator and I end up going arse over tit, that could get quite messy on the way down. So.
All right. So the same roll for you. 3 difficulty. You can either take athletics or you can take coordination, whichever.
I'll take athletics.
Okay.
Some pretty athletic kind of guy. Oh.
Oh. Oh wait though.
Success, though.
No, a triumph counts as a success.
No,
Oh,
but
awesome.
he had three. 3 failures, and he had only 2 successes, so it did actually cancel out the success.
Wait. Hold on. No, I see 2 success. Wait.
I see 2 success and a triumph.
Right. Or no, that's 2 advantage. He's got 2 advantage and
2
a triumph.
advantage. I'm
And a
sorry.
triumph.
2 advantage.
And a triumph can count as a success.
It can.
It's not a fail.
But this is how that works. If you have any failures that are not canceled out by successes, the success from the triumph gets canceled out by the failure. He only rolled 2 successes naturally, and he had 3 failures. So he had 1 leftover failure. That's why the triumph is not a success.
Oh, okay, I see.
That's fine, but I got 2 advantages, so I didn't succeed,
Right.
but I didn't fall on my arse either.
Good.
No.
I'll take it.
So it wasn't pretty. You
Okay.
you jump over and you start to try to do what he did, but you kind of, your feet kind of go a little bit faster than you expected, so you kind of slide on your butt for a bit, but you got enough momentum that you kind of bounce up, and so you're basically kind of riding it like this, bouncing up and down, but you make it down without any injuries or anything. It wasn't very pretty. So
I'm
what's your
not going for
triumph? You
style
want to make it?
Sorry?
So what's your triumph?
My
That you
triumph is
actually made it.
I made it down and I didn't lose the thermal detonator. How about that? I managed to keep hold of it.
That works. So you still got it in hand.
Yeah.
All right. And for the advantages, you can. What do you want to do with the advantages then?
I happened to stop and land right next to these crates with frag grenades in, which makes my character very happy
Yes.
because he's a
right.
master grenadier. So yeah, when I come to a halt, they're like within reach. Oh look, what a stroke of luck!
All right. So that ends the round. So as you guys made your way down, Gannett is still sitting,
I'm still
watching.
up top, and I'm aiming at the next
Right.
one by the platform.
As you're aiming for it, he gets overrun by the prisoners that are heading up to that shuttle. They got up the stairs because when you attacked his partners, or when he started attacking them, he started to turn to notice you guys and noticed you knocked out one of his guys and his other 2 buddies fell off the platform. So his attention was diverted to find you, and as that happened, the prisoners that were heading up to there got up and basically just mowed him over. So he's out of commission now. The stormtroopers that are still sitting, the original patrol you guys were sitting at, is now starting to get overrun by prisoners. And the stormtroopers, the 6 that are from the maximum security, are now just starting to make their way up the stairs.
Okay. So in other words, it's I see this guy get run over. It's like, okay, so I have no stormtroopers by the ship at all.
Right.
At this point. So at this point, yeah, I would turn and see what I can see. And you're saying I'm seeing a few of them coming up the stairs where I can now see them?
Okay, where you can see Kevin, that was kind of a general consensus of where the battlefield is because you guys are at so many different places.
Yeah.
What you could see, Kevin, is you saw the guy getting mowed over, and if you turn around and notice, you just notice prisoners are just moving out of cells, running different directions, and you kind of notice some of the patrol because they kind of started moving.
I can't get a clear shot at the patrol.
You cannot get a clear shot from where you're at, but you can kind of see them getting overrun. I mean, there's just so much mass chaos and stuff.
Okay.
You can't tell who's who, but you remember seeing them. They were over in that general direction, and there's just a mass of stuff going on. You cannot see the 6 guys that are coming up from the stairs because you're still.
Right.
But you can see the stairs, and you can see where Tiber and Kaeda went over.
Okay.
But you wouldn't have noticed them go over. You know they were there.
Right,
Now they're not.
I'm just going to kind of walk towards those where they were heading over. I'm not going to necessarily climb over or anything like that, but I'm going to just walk that direction. Kind of slowly, like the weapon on ready. So.
Okay. All right. So with all this mass chaos going on, and none of the other stormtroopers have really noticed you. The sixth group coming up has not noticed you guys yet. They haven't seen Gannett yet, so we're gonna say we're out of combat for now. So where you guys are at, what do you want to do next?
Well, I have no targets right now.
Okay. Yeah, so there's no combat going on right as far as you guys are concerned. All that's going on right now is there's mass chaos. Prisoners are running. Stormtroopers are trying to
Catch prisoners.
gather up the prisoners. Yeah, they're getting overwhelmed right now because they didn't have enough there.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Alan.
I was going to say, just because mine's just more of an incidental, I guess you're going to work on opening the cell. Basically, Kaeda would just start trying to fill his pockets with as many grenades as he can while Tiber's working on the cell. So, don't know if I'd have to open the crate or whatever, but yeah, that's what I'm doing.
I go up to the cell, and I look in, and I say, "Will the red? I'm Tiber Zahn. Do you know who I am?"
You're muted.
I wasn't saying anything yet. So he bypassed the stormtroopers that were outside of the cage?
The stormtroopers that were out by your cage, they started to hear the klaxons and the sirens going off. They're starting to go up the stairs because they know, as far as they know, you are locked up in your cage and safe. But they know that there are other prisoners because they got the helmet comms, so they kind of have an idea of what's going on.
Okay. And what he actually sees without just breathing is bound from basically one wall to another. The back, you can see it completely scarred, and it's matted fur. And just like you can see where he was beaten time after time. You are brave to come by yourself. Why come to this one? Who are you?
I'm Tiber Zahn. Do you know who I am?
If you are my captor, I feel sorry for who you are.
No, I'm here to free you.
Free me. That's what the last one said. Free me. This one, Saurine must free him. How can you free me?
Magic. And, so
And then
I go over to the console at that point, and I start looking at going through the keyboard.
Okay, so what are you trying to do with the
open it?
Terminal.
Open the door.
Okay. Computers check.
Okay.
Difficulty of 3 this time because this is a little bit tougher computer.
All right. And then I want to use another whatchamacallit because we're going to get him out of here. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's to that and not to that. And you said 3 is the.
3 is the difficulty. Yes.
All right. Ugh.
All right. You failed to get the screen, the door open.
Yeah.
But in the process, you unlocked the chains from Saurine. So he's now not chained up. You didn't get the door open, but you got him unchained.
All
That's
right,
what
well,
I'm going to do with the advantages.
all right. Is it still my thing, or is that it?
You want to try?
I was going to
I
try
will
it
say
again.
that if you want to try it again, same difficulty, but I'm going to put in a setback, and there's a reason for it.
Okay. I'm not going to use any more of the other dice.
All right. So you get the door open. Your two threat, on the other hand, are the setback that you got was because a security protocol started to kick in.
Okay.
And it was starting to activate to see if it's a kind of a security protocol to prevent hackers and slicers from getting in. You beat it, but the protocol, if it's beaten, sends an automatic alert to the control area of the prison. So now they know that Saurine is out.
Do I notice that? Do I notice that?
Yes, you do notice it.
Ah.
You do notice it.
All right, I say, Mr. Saurine, I think we need to leave immediately. Will you please follow me?
And I will stand up slowly. And then I'll start looking down at him. You lead this one to trap. I know this.
No, I'm not here to lead you to a trap. I'm here to lead you to freedom.
And I'll go down to him face to face, and I'll snarl. I do not smell fear in you. Not to this one. Why you call me Red Hand? The Red, whatever.
That is what they were calling you.
That is what you call me. All of you. And then I'll kind of grab him by the neck and I'll put him up to me. What should not let me destroy you now and be free of you?
Well, if you were to do that, then there would be no way that you would be getting off this planet. I, along with my companions here, have a shuttle waiting.
Can I?
Oh.
So I was going to say, when I see that happen, I'm going to like whistle from behind, and I'm going to have a disruptor pistol pointing at the Red. I'll be saying, trust us, we're here to liberate you, not entrap you out further. Put him down, and let's get off this rock. It's in all our best interests.
Who's he? Imperial. And I'll throw Tiber to him because he's Imperial.
What?
I can see it from
Why am I Imperial?
top to bottom. Right?
No, my picture's a dude in battle armor, okay? Technically, it might look Imperial, but I'm not an Imperial.
Yeah.
Well,
Don't let the overlay
armor.
fool you.
Your armor looks, right?
Is it the same armor look that you're going for?
Well, no, I just wanted the mean-looking dude in dark. Like
Okay.
battle armor. You know, it wasn't. I was looking
You
for
just
a
want him.
dude-
You want him to. So, but he looks like a defiler, then, right? Is that what you're saying, Alan?
Yeah, in fact, in hindsight, if I'd have found a dude that was in full red, it would have looked better. But I mean, that guy got the image that I wanted. Battle armor.
All right.
Okay. So we'll say for just the purposes of the game that it looks like a defiler. So, but to note that Kevin's look is accurate. That's what his character does look like. Okay.
All right.
No, I know. I'm just like thinking.
Okay.
He's being dramatic.
No, that's fine.
And he's got a gun pointed at me. Tiber's there.
Although I've got a gun pointed at you, the way I'm kind of speaking to you is like, you know, placatingly. I'm trying to diffuse the situation. Any kind of, I don't know, whatever you're feeling that's making you,
And
angry.
Yeah, to get to put Tiber down, it would be just what? What kind of movement? Would that be an incidental, or would that be an
Yeah.
actual? Yeah.
Yeah, no,
All
this
right.
is just basically. I'm letting this play out as more of a narrative
Yeah.
right now. If I feel that anything like a skill check needs to be made, I will let you know.
That's not what I wanted to do. I didn't realize I had other things popped. Wow. Okay. So I put him down, and then in a blink of an eye, I will be right on top of Kaeda, from where I was to right in front of him, and just pure speed of a feline coming right at you. Now put away your toy if you are to free me. If you do not wish to free me, then I will make your head a part of your weapon.
Okay, Kaeda, although he'll have his gun, he'll be still pointing out, but he'll just like, if it's got, imagine it's got a hammer, he decocks it, slowly kind of puts it away. We're here to free you, my furry friend.
And I'll look at both of them. Why? What good does this do for you to free Saurine?
Well, we'll have plenty of time to explain that when we're on the shuttle out of here. Just trust us now. We're here to free you. We wouldn't be risking our own lives to bust you out only to take you to a trap. Think about it.
If it is, you are going to wish you died here, where you stand now.
Yes. We need to go now. Please come.
And
Go ahead. Gabe.
go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was just going to start to say that as you guys are carrying on your conversation, you hear kind of over the loudspeakers right around the area. Attention all troopers! Attention all troopers! Saurine, the Red has escaped. Attention! Saurine, the Red has escaped. Also, Tiberzan. I repeat, Tiberzan is on the loose. All stormtroopers, all security personnel, 2 cell blocks, 57A and 27B.
We need to go now.
Say to Saurine, well, it seems that we're about as welcome here as you are. Surely that's proof enough that we need to leave now.
And you'll see me stand more upright and just and kind of barge through. But I know there's only so little room, and I want to barge through, but there's someone in my way, so it's kind of like, go. Like, I'm going to follow you because I'm not going to go right through you.
All right. We depart.
Okay. So you guys start making it up the stairs and heading towards where Ganant is.
Yes.
All right. As you guys and Ganant, as you're standing there at the top of the stairs, kind of watching this, you're kind of looking around. Nobody really messed with you. They prisoners, even though you are in stormtrooper gear, didn't see you as a threat because you weren't pointing weapons at them, and in fact, some of them were yelling, "He helped us! He helped us!" And some of them were going for you. It was some of the prisoners that were running up towards the ship. So they've kind of left you alone. And as you're noticing, the stormtrooper patrol that was off eventually got overrun. In the process, they knocked out about 5 more prisoners. So there's about 8 prisoners just kind of laid there stunned. But the 5 stormtroopers have been overrun and killed in the process. Over the time of the conversation, the prisoners have started to spread out. So it's quieted down in your area.
So, question: when I saw them take out the one by the ship, Were they trying to get on the ship?
Yes, they were. They were heading to try to get on the ship.
Okay, that worries me. So
Okay.
I'm going to start heading towards that ship.
Make a perceptions check if you want to check on what's going on there. Difficulty of, I'm going to say 3. I want to see what you can see from over there. The results will determine how much you see. All right. What you see is there are prisoners up there. They're trying to get on your ship, but this Lambda shuttle was programmed and captured by the consortium. As a security protocol, the moment you guys got off the ship and started heading down, the ramp closed up and locked up. They cannot get on that ship without you basically tapping on. It's either you or Kaeda both have the button to push to get on, let the ramp down. They're still up there. They're trying to figure it out, but they're not getting into the ship.
Okay. Well, still, it's like, okay, that's got me mildly worried. So therefore, it's I do have my comm link in my helmets, and it's going to be like, I assume when I do this, they're also commed up.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, so the first thing I'm going to do is click it on and say, all right, you guys need to get up here and up here now. It's time to leave. And I'm going to start heading towards the ship to, for lack of a better term, clear a path. Not of prisoners, but any Imperials.
Okay. So you start making your way towards the ship, and you asked if there was a way out from there. There was. When you come off the stairs and you saw the cellars, there's pathways that went off to both sides.
Mm-hmm.
As you're walking up, you start to see from both sides of those pathways 2 squads of stormtroopers, 5 men each, coming from each side. So you've got 2 squads coming from each side.
Okay. So basically, there's an exit that way, an exit that way, and then there's the one heading towards the ship.
Your ship, yes.
Okay.
Now, where your ship is, all you've got is a bunch of prisoners kind of trying to figure it out. But as these stormtroopers start making their way, some of the prisoners that are up on the platform start to notice. And some of them are armed, and they start to make their way to make their attack on both sides. They're kind of splitting off. So there's about 5 of them.
So the prisoners are going after the stormtroopers, is what you're saying?
Well, some of them. There's about 2 or 3 that are trying to figure out how to get on the ship, while the other 5, so there's about 8 of them up there. And so there's 3 up there trying to figure it out, how to get on the ship, and then there's 5 that are down by the bottom of the stairs preparing for the stormtroopers that are coming on each side.
All right, I'm going to start heading towards the ship at a quickened pace.
Okay.
But at a quickened pace, and then when I get... Anyway, I'm going to start heading at a quickened pace, and now from the stormtroopers coming down both ways to where I'm at, for lack of a term, I'm going to try to time it to where it's like I'm heading towards the ship, I'm running towards the ship, but I know how long it's going to take them to get to the spot I was at. So therefore, when they get to that spot, I plan on turning and kind of backing up towards the ship slowly, weapon out, ready to fire at them if I can get a shot. Does that make sense?
Okay. So you ran up to the platform.
Yeah.
And up to the ship.
And towards the ship, yeah.
Okay, so again, those prisoners know that you aren't part of those stormtroopers because the other prisoners are notified, hey, you're not there. So they just basically see you dart up. They don't pay attention. They're too focused on the stormtroopers. They kind of notice you, and they don't care.
Good.
The other 3 are all right. The other 3 are still sitting there kind of looking, and they're like, hey, help us get off the planet. Help us escape. Come on. We know it's your ship. Come on.
Well, basically, I tell them, is there anything in my directives that would not allow that?
No. It wasn't in the missions. It wasn't saying you couldn't take on prisoners. I mean, your missions was perfect. pretty specific. That would be basically a call that you guys would make.
Yeah, we know. I know why I'm here. So.
Right. As far as taking on extra people, I mean, it doesn't say. I mean, basically, that would be called.
Against it is what you're saying.
Right. I mean, if you don't have the room, don't take them. That's basically how the consortium works. Is like take advantages when you can, and because basically how the consortium would see that if these prisoners couldn't help them make money, they'd just make them slaves anyway. So.
Yeah. So my hope, they're like, get us out of here, get us out of here, and I'm like, and my reaction is going to be, as long as you don't get in my way, I will allow you to board, but you owe me, and it's only you three and nobody else.
They're like, oh, that's fine, because these guys they're just kind of teaming up to try to get out of there, but they could care less about the other 5 guys. They're in it for themselves, so they totally agree with you. Like, yeah, we won't do anything.
All you're at just step away from the ramp.
And one of them who's like directly under the ramp just kind of looked up and goes, oh, and kind of backs away. The other 2 move off and kind of give you space and give the ramp space to move. They're not being threatened. They don't have any weapons. They're just trying to figure out how to get on the ship. The 5 guys that went down were the only ones that had any weapons. That's why they went down.
Okay. Well, as I said, it's like I've just told them that my back is to the ship, and I tell them the other thing. I tell them, by the way, watch my back. Make sure nothing comes up behind me, and I'm focused there because I'm waiting for them to come through. Sure. And if any stormtroopers come through, okay, I'm opening fire.
Okay. So you set up there. We'll go back to Tiber, Kaeda, and Saurine. So they're coming up the stairs now, and you notice that the cell block that was there, busy full of people, are now quieting down. Had quieted down. There's, the 5 stormtroopers are now dead that were bothering you, and then you've got the 3 or the 5 to 6 stunned prisoners that are knocked out. Everybody else is scattered about. And all you see is just cell about cell. And if you look straight ahead, you can see the ship, and you can see Annette standing up there with prisoners. And you see at the foot of the stairs the 5 guys that are surrounding it. But you just see them pointing their weapons in both directions. You don't see anything else past that.
Okay, if anyone was to do a double take at Kaeda, they might have noticed that although his armor looked black originally, they look at it now, it's very definitely crimson red.
Dude, that's pretty.
Nice.
Yeah, the optical camouflage system was malfunctioning. It made me look like a black Imperial, but now it's back to normal.
I love it.
Oh, great. We recruited Iron Man.
Yeah, baby. Okay, so right, we've got our colleague in tow, and we're trying to head back up the ramp, I guess, towards the ship.
Okay. So as you guys are making your way, you as you're getting closer, you see the. Okay. So as you guys are getting closer, Kevin, from your perspective, you can see the stormtroopers starting to make their way forward. As they get close enough within range, the prisoners start to fire at them.
So the prisoners are going after them.
Right. Well, they're trying to get off the ship. They're trying to stop them so they can get off. And that's where be able to get their way. So that's how they see it. So they're firing to try to stop them. As you guys are coming up, you start to see the prisoners start to shoot, but you still can't tell what immediately. As you pass and get in the clearing, you start to notice there's the stormtroopers coming up, and there's a firefight. They are within medium distance of the prisoners. They are within long distance of you guys right now.
Are there any stormtroopers that look like they're, for lack of a better term, unoccupied? They're still trying to get towards the ship. They're kind of ignoring the other prisoners. Because that's, as I said, if one of them's coming towards the ship and ignoring the prisoners for whatever reason, that's going to be my first target. So.
Okay. Well, what they're noticing, they're just coming up to try to clear whatever they see in front of them. So right now, at this moment, they are noticing the prisoners that are shooting at them.
I'm still going to take my shot. I just feel like it.
Okay. All right. So we'll get a surprise shot off. Which group did you want to shoot at?
I'm going to take the. Well, I don't want to hit a prisoner accidentally, so.
Okay.
I feel like being nice today. So, yeah. I'll just say the one on the left with a hay.
Okay, so there's two on the left, so we'll take the closest one to you on the left.
Yeah, I'm moving more the closest one, the ones I'm interested in.
Okay, so, all right. So, they're kind of equidistant from where you're standing.
Okay.
But you said left, so we'll go with the left one.
All right.
Go ahead and
Take the shot.
From your distance, you'd be medium. You're medium range.
Yes.
Actually, everybody's medium range from each other right now.
Okay. So anyway, oh, and by the way, since my rifle is a my pistol's a medium-ranged weapon, therefore that's considered 2 difficulty, average difficulty, correct?
Yes.
Now let's just say I had a sniper rifle and I had extreme. That'd also be 2 difficulty because that's what it's set for, correct?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, in that case, okay, I'm taking my shot. Go. Jesus Christ.
All right. So let's see. That was 7, 8, 9. And did you crit twice again?
I critted twice. And I'm taking away a strain while I'm at it.
Okay. All right. So that first shot, it lined up perfectly because they're, of course, in formation. So you lined it up just perfectly. You took out 3 of them right off that first shot. So that first group is now down to 2. So there's now off to your left, so it'd be their right. There are now 7 stormtroopers, and the other side there's still the full 10 on that side.
Well, I'm going to aim towards the other group, but I know I got to wait, so.
Okay. Now, everybody roll initiative.
Which is cool, isn't it? Yep, it is.
Mm-hmm.
Ah. Worst part is my vigilance is better. All right.
I have a question. I think I'm the pilot. Because my pilot skills are pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
Am I the pilot?
Yes.
Okay.
You are the pilot.
Okay.
Good. So let's see. Let's see if that's correct. I'm gonna make sure I'm rolling this right. Okay. No. I did roll that first one wrong, so ignore that first one.
Dang, how many are there? Jeez.
There's 4. Well, there's other PCs to take in consideration too. There's 4 groups of stormtroopers, and then 1 group of the prisoners. So we've got PC, NPC group, PC, NPC. No, wait. PC, or NPC piece. Okay. So, this is I got PC, NPC, two PCs, an NPC, last PC, and then the rest of the NPCs. So who wants to go first?
I'll take my shot at the next group. It seems like that's the way I'm taking them out.
Okay.
Okay, so everything ready? Roll it. Oh, only 3 successes this time.
Okay, so you aimed at a new group, you said?
Yeah, I aimed at the new group, so that's going to be 7 damage plus 2 more. That's 9.
Okay, so when you fired at him, you know it's off to the right. The closest one's off to the right, right?
Yeah, because there was only 1 left in that last one I fired at. So.
There was the last one. There was 2 left.
Okay,
You
2
knocked
left.
out 3.
But I'm aiming for the larger group. That's the greater threat, so
Okay.
that's where I'm aiming.
Okay, so then yes, you knocked out 1, so that shot. All right. So, do you want to do anything else then?
Other than maybe telling the prisoners that are around me, the 3, saying, work on that group right there, the same one I just hit.
The ones that are with you, or the ones that are down below?
The ones that are with me, the 3 that are they armed?
They look at they're not armed, no.
Oh,
so
forget it.
looking
Okay,
at you like
they're not armed. I'm not gonna.
I thought I said that, but maybe I didn't.
Okay.
But yeah, they weren't armed. They were the only ones. That's why the 5 went down there, because they were armed. All right, so we'll go with NPC. So we'll go with the first group that you shot out. It's going to shoot at you, Kevin. So. And you're mediums, so that would be 2 for them. Oh, they fail miserably. They totally miss you. All right, so the first group, the group that you shot, the 2 guys that are left in that group take a shot at you, and as blaster fires blast him from some of the prisoners, that kind of distract him enough, and they just shot the platform. It wasn't even close to you. So then we've got a next PC. So let's go next.
I'd like to, thin the herd, so to speak.
Okay.
So, where are the biggest groups? One group's been kind of decimated down to 2.
Well, when you're coming from, there's 2 groups, yes, but they're made up from, the 2 groups are 2 different squads. So Kevin aimed at the first squad closest to him, but on that side there's a total of 7. On the other side there's a total of 9, because he knocked out one of the guys in the closest squad on the right. But there's 2 squads there, so okay, on each side. But so it'd be, as you're facing it, the one on your right has got the 7, and then the one on your left has got the 9.
Okay. Kaeda will kind of look at Tiber, nod his head, and start running towards the group to his left of 9. Incidentally, did they happen to be the ones I threatened earlier with the thermal detonator? For comedic value, I'm hoping they are.
No, no, those were the guys that the stormtroopers that were laying dead as you walked up the stairs from the crater. They got
Right,
overrun
okay.
and got killed.
Okay. So they're at medium range. How, as a maneuver, I'd like to start running towards them until they get within short range, so I can actually reach them with the thermal detonator. Gonna flip the cap, hurl it, and is there any kind of cover that I can take behind? Like a rock outcropping or...
Yeah, I'll say that, yeah, you can, for dramatic effect, happens to be a rock within jumping distance of you as you throw.
Awesome. So yeah, I'm just gonna when I get in range, throw it at them and then dive behind the rock and just kind of do this, just waiting for the boom that's gonna come. So start putting his hands to his ears. Okay. Right. What do you want difficulty wise?
It's so you threw it at short range.
Yeah.
Difficulty 1.
Difficulty.
Yeah.
2 or 1? Did you say?
1.
Oh, this is gonna get messy. Bam.
Oh! So what's the damage on that therm?
Well, the damage is 20. It's got a breach of 1, a blast of 15. Although technically I didn't roll an advantage, so I can't activate the blast. It seems, unless I can use that triumph too. Disorient 3, vicious 4. Okay. So basically, it's going to tear them a new one.
Yes, and you threw them at the bigger group, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so.
Oh, and I've got what skill have I got? I've got powerful blast rank 2, so that's going to be 22 damage.
Oh shit! All right, when that thing went off, all right, so I mean, let's see, so 20 damage was what again, Alan? 22? 23. Okay, 22, 6. That's nice.
Oh, sorry, I've been on mute. Breach 1, blast 15, vicious 4, 22 damage, disorient 3. I'm thinking it's just going to make a mess. Pieces of white armor.
You know what? Pretty much this is what happens. You threw it at that group. You knocked out pretty much decimated the closest squad to you guys as you were running up. The other squad of 4, you ended up either they are seriously injured or knocked back. It is so hard to tell which one's which because it just the mass chaos of the explosion. But basically that whole left side, so it'd be Kevin, your right side, is out of the game. They decimated on that. So that whole flank is cleared now.
Are they? Is there? So I see him coming up. Obviously, is it? Because I can open the door at this point possibly and get everybody on.
Right. Yeah.
So okay. So basically, there's no one in between them and the ship at this point.
Oh, you mean as far as when they're running? Oh, the only people that are in front and between them are the prisoners that are at the bottom of the stairs. Everybody off onto, like I said, to your right, Kevin, it'd be their left, is out of the game. They're either dead, severely injured, or just knocked out. But all that whole group is stringed out. And so then on your...
Yeah, because when I open the door, I don't want a rush of people to rush it. I got the 3 that I'm allowing on, that's it.
Right. So So now everybody's. Well, when we come around to the next PCs, the prisoners will notice that and swing around. So they will, depending on what happens after this, because we now have a PC. So it's either. Let's see. Alan went first. Kevin went first. Alan went second.
So Tiber goes next.
Okay. So Tiber, go ahead.
All right, so we're just going to continue on and get to the ship as fast as we can. Is there any obstacles that are going to try and stop the two of us?
All right. No, not right away.
All right, so we shall continue.
Okay, so if you're maneuvering just to head to the shuttle, right?
Yes.
You
I
would
want to
make
get
it.
it started.
You would make it as far in your maneuver from where you guys are at as about almost to the bottom of the stairs. You'd probably be about a couple steps away from the bottom of those stairs in one maneuver. I will, you can take another maneuver and get up to the ship.
All right, I'd like to do that.
Okay.
It's definitely worth the strain.
Okay. So yeah. So take a strain, yep, and you made it up to the ship then.
All right.
So that ends your turn then, unless you want to do anything else real quick, incidental or anything.
Anything other than, let's see, is the ship open? No, it's still closed, right?
No, not yet.
All right. That'll be on my next turn.
Yeah, it'll be open. You said you started opening it, Kevin, right, as an incidental?
Oh, good, that's right.
My plan is to try to open it when they get here. So.
Oh, well.
Oh, okay. So you're waiting until they get there. Okay.
I just pop up next to you. Hello.
Okay. All right. That's good to know. So then it would have been the next. Would have been the other stormtroopers, but you guys took them out.
What about Sauron?
He's next.
Oh, okay.
That's what I was just getting at. With that guy out, it's now Sauron's turn.
Alrighty, so Kaeda took off, Cyber's taken off, and he's in front of me, and I'm running behind him.
Yeah.
And I see this ship. Do I recognize it? Do I recognize this make?
You would, yeah, because you've been in there long enough. You would know it's familiar. It's a Lambda-class shuttle, so you've seen them come and go off and on that platform and flying above you as you've been.
And I'm also talking about 2 to 3 years ago. Do I recognize the make?
You would have seen it, yeah, at one point 2 to 3 years ago. So you would have known it. So this ship's very familiar to you.
All right. All right, so how do we do this? Because I will walk up to Kaeda, and I will put my hand on his shoulder, and I will pull out my claws. I told you you're going to wish you had died back there. And I will turn his body to the ship. And this hand is like wanting to strike. Explain yourself.
Look, this isn't the best time to enter into dialogue.
This is the best time. Either you explain yourself or bleed on the ground with my enemies.
Look, I'm just the hired help. Ty Bazan, he's the man you need to talk to. He's the man with the plan. I'm just here to help spring you from this rock. Let's get out of here.
And I will.
We don't need any more bloodshed.
I will shove him to the side because he's not my enemy now. Ty Bazan is. And I'm going to basically run towards him, kind of getting full momentum as I'm coming up to him.
Okay.
And once, I can only move so much, so.
Right, yeah. Oh, so you're going to move up to Tiger then?
Yeah, but I'm not losing momentum when I do.
Right, okay, so yeah, you just take a strain. Because you'd get as far as he did. Because you guys were about the same area, so.
Okay. So.
Sorry.
I'll take another strain because I actually want to body check him with my full momentum moving.
Okay.
Because he's technically, from what Kaeda said, he is my enemy because he's the one with the plan, and I know this ship. I know it more, and it means something bad to me.
Oh, I've just thrown him under the bus.
So, you're just trying to push him down, right?
Yeah. Basically, like whatever a tackle is without a full-on tackle. Remember, I'm kind of running up to him, and I'm just going to be body
I would
checking him.
say that would be a brawn versus brawn. So your brawn versus Tiber's brawn. Tiber, what's your brawn? I can't remember right offhand.
Do I see him coming?
Weren't you talking to Kinet saying that?
No, I was trying to get in the ship, so no.
Yeah, you wouldn't see him. Okay.
No.
What's your brawn?
It's a green and a yellow.
No, brawn.
Oh, the brawn. Oh,
Just a
brawn.
straight
Two.
brawn.
Two.
So two green. Okay, so two purple versus your brawn, Saurine, and because he didn't see you, you get a boost dice.
Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and roll.
Jesus.
All right. Oh no, you didn't. Did you? You didn't put your difficulty.
Well, you didn't.
It was two purple.
It was contested. You want two purple. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, that's how I do contested rolls. Is I get
Okay.
the in, so that's your difficulty.
Okay, gotcha.
Sorry, I should explain that a little bit better. There we go. Oh, that's not near. But you did. You knocked him. You knocked him down. Not as impressive as the last one, but yes, you did knock him down.
Yeah, and it's just basically a body check. And let's see, because it is that it would actually cause only five strain, which can be bypassed by his, not bypassed, excuse me, soaked. So.
All right, so Tiber, you are now on the ground.
What are you doing? You want to leave?
I told you if you lied, you were going to wish you had died back there, and I'll just start pulling back. Explain yourself.
Explain what?
Well, I'm standing right next to all this happening, for one.
Uh-huh.
I'm actually standing
you're right
next to this little mess, right?
That's why I'm not the one to do all these movements. I'm just kind of doing slowly so things can happen, not just me.
So it's like the first thing is we need to open the door and get on the ship, and if you got a problem with them, deal with it on the ship.
I am not getting on this ship. Do you not know what this is? I do.
Oh, you stupid cat.
He should know who I am. I serve his family. He should know who I am.
How do you think we snuck onto this base? We could not fly in here on a yacht. We could not come in here in a freighter. We had to use an Imperial shuttle. So now, if you want to sit here and argue this, go do it over there. We need to leave. If he does this again, I say this to Gannett, shoot him.
Now that's
and then I call Kaeda. Kaeda, if you ever see him do it again, shoot him.
No,
Kaeda's not. Are you talking to him via comments? Kaeda's not right there.
I'm talking into my comment.
Okay.
No, no. The first thing is like, I serve your family. You know who I am. You know why we're here.
I don't have a family. My family is dead.
Not your family.
Kevin, just so you know, that is a different family. It's spelled differently.
What?
The family you're referencing, you said you served their family?
Yeah, because it's the same name as his name.
Nope, different spelling. His has a U, the family name doesn't have a U.
Okay.
Well, through our internal comm
I had to
links,
check that to make sure. Yeah.
through our internal comm links, I want to say to Tiber, like, do we really need this guy, or should we just take him out now? His behavior is highly irrational.
So I don't serve his family then?
No, it's very similar. Like I said, the difference is his has a U in the name. The family you serve does not have the U. It's
Okay.
really close on the spelling. I had to look back on it when I sent the character sheet to make sure it was spelled right, just in case that confusion happened, and I kind of expected it. So, no, it is a different family.
Okay.
You serve a
Oh, my
Mandalorian
whole thing's
family.
like, okay, you know what? One thing I am doing is I'm punching my arm pad to open the ship up, and it's like, all right, let's get out of here. Let's get out of here now. If he wants to stay, I did my job. I did what I was asked to. If he wants to stay, he can stay. And I'm just gonna get on the damn ship at this point. Once that door opens.
Kind of getting the, because you can tell I'm very not unsure, just lost. Like, how could he be saying, get on, trust me, the ship, it does make sense to, to look like a prey when you're coming in, and I'm very troubled, and I'm just looking back and forth. And I'll back off.
Well, one of the things I'll do is I'll just report to the Triad that you're not interested in coming aboard. I've done my job.
I know no Triad. Whoever your Triad is.
I'm gonna get up. I call Kaeda. Let's go. You can stay here and take and be here with the rest of the Imperial Guards. Go back into your cell. Do whatever you want to do, or you could come with us and be free. I explained to you why we had to use this ship. I cannot sit here and give you a soliloquy on the whole thing. We don't have time.
And I told, since they're right there, oh, by the way, we're taking these 3 with us. They owe me.
Fine, we can. Who knows? We can use them.
So what does Saurine owe you now, then, if they owe you?
You owe me nothing.
Now look at Tiber. What does Saurine owe you?
A drink. Get on the ship.
I'm getting it. It's like this. They can argue all they want. I'm actually physically getting on the ship, but kind of like weapon drawn, see if anybody else is coming, and let's get out of here. I'll be the last one.
I'm going to go to. We have to wait for Kaeda. He's on his way.
I know.
I'm the pilot.
Okay, so having seen the interaction between Tiber and Saurine,
You probably heard it.
well, no, because he jumped at me, and I was like, whoa, I'm just the help. Tiber's the man with the plan, and then he ran over to you, pinned you down, tackled you, starts giving you all this, why should I trust you? I'm going to kill you now. I heard you say if he tries that again, shoot him, so I'm going to have my gun out. Yeah. I'll have it trained on Saurine, but I'm kind of cautiously backing towards the ship. It's time for us to leave, and if Tiber's trying to talk him down, if he wants to come, he'll come. If he doesn't, he doesn't. But my gun's pointed at him. But then not necessarily in a I'm going to shoot you fashion, more of a deterrent. Like, look, just
All right. Well, as all this is transpiring, the firefight's still continuing below. The volley between the stormtroopers that are remaining and the prisoners ends up that between those two, because they ended up while you guys were talking, they were just shooting. And Katie, you might have noticed some of this, but you noticed 2 on that side have 2 of the stormtroopers have been knocked out in the process, as have 2 of the prisoners. So now there's only 3 prisoners at the bottom of the stairs. And there are just 1 squad left of the stormtroopers left. And I will let you guys keep going. So it would be a PC's next turn.
As I said, I'm on the ramp. And my weapon's out, ready to shoot another target. I'm waiting for everybody else to get on the ramp and then the ship. I'm assuming the 3 prisoners I said could come aboard have already run up the ramp.
They already went up the ramp. Basically, this is just to allow Kaeda to see what he wants to do next.
I'm going to go in and start the shuttle. Someone has to.
Yeah, Kaeda, well, as I said, he's kind of backing towards the shuttle ramp. He's got his gun pointed at Saurine, but, if there are kind of stormtroopers kind of coming, I might, like, take a couple of pot shots their way just to try and keep them honest.
All right. Well, then I will let you make your pop shots to what's left of the stormtroopers. So, still at medium range, so difficulty 2.
No, my blaster's only short, so is that 3?
Oh, that would be 3 then. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. You didn't hit anybody. Any of the
Ironically, that did exactly what I wanted it to do. I'm taking pot shots and missed, but the advantage is it's kind of held them up and they're kind of like taking cover, and that's why I missed. So I'm actually doing what I wanted, weirdly, with a failure.
All right. So then, Kaeda, you're heading onto the ship then.
I'll take my shot.
Okay, you want to take your shot too?
Yeah, but
okay, same difficulty.
I'm kind of backing up into the ship. But I'm kind of like return the last man on. So I'm just waiting for everybody else to get bored, but I'm sitting on the ramp just firing, and then I'll start backing up when everybody else is on.
Okay. So go ahead and make your...
Jesus.
All right.
So that's 7, 8, 9, 10 because of the weapon, and I critted too.
10 because of the weapon. Okay, so you did... your shot happened to take one of them out and has knocked another one. When the one you shot went down, he knocked over one of his buddies, and his buddy got knocked over prone. So Saurine, are you getting on the ship?
As they take their shots, I look back at the cells. I look at the things, look at the place, look at the ship. They move in, the ship starts kind of like going, and it's starting to close. At that moment, I make my decision of truth, and I look back, and then I'll kind of jump in as it's kind of closing. I'll jump into the ship.
All right.
And that's when I start, okay, it's closing, I'm going back. Like I say, I just don't want something to climb into the ramp, so...
Okay.
That's what I did.
Okay, so everybody's on the ship then?
Yeah, in the ship, and find somewhere to sit in the back.
Okay.
All right.
So,
is there a gunner's mount here somewhere?
I don't think so. I don't ever.
No, there's just a gunner station.
I know there's.
No, wait.
There's some blasters in the front.
Yeah,
the shuttle, but there's no like a the turning thing. Yeah, it's got blasters kind of just forward in the front that they just
but nothing like a gunner station as such. Not here.
Well, yeah, it would have like a weapon station for the blasters, and it's considered gunnery and gameplay mechanics.
Yeah, but it's not like
turns or nothing like that.
So who's the best gunner here? I don't know.
Well, I'm going to fly.
4 greens?
Okay.
That's your spot.
My ranged heavy is 1 yellow and 3 green.
It's gunnery skill.
Oh, gunnery. No, that's gunnery. I have 4 green also, so.
We throw.
I'm flying. You go do the guns.
All right.
All right. So you guys start taking off, and you have prepared for any ships to come at you. Fortunately for you guys, the confusion is still going on down on the asteroid. So all ships that are patrolling the area don't find you guys as anything abnormal because you guys came in under normal credentials. You're the same one marked. They're just figuring you're fleeing to get off of their planet. They don't question you because they don't think that what intelligence has got out. They don't think that any prisoners have escaped asteroid proper. So you guys get off and fly off. and make your jump to hyperspace to your destination. As you're in flight to the hyperspace, Tiber instructs Saurine to go to a hollow, or to a station where the hollow net comes up. And as you're standing there, Saurine, a hollow net comes up, and you see Tiber's on in front of you and behind you.
What? You record this?
And the image on the screen goes, no, he didn't. This is not a recording. I am the real Tiber Zahn. This here is an associate of mine that happens to look almost exactly like me.
I wave back at you.
He says, you. Try to save me. Why?
He kind of chuckles a little bit at the you, why, but it's nothing that, he's not like laughing, just goes, he goes, I need you. I've got interests on a planet, the planet of Corsela. I have just escaped prison tonight. As you can see, this whole prison riot was an elaborate setup. You guys were the diversion. I got out, it was successful, and you guys got out. Obviously a success. I also want you. I want you on that planet. I want you to be a right-hand man, help out my defiler on this planet, and do what you do best. Kill Imperials. We have a common enemy. Sorry. We have a common enemy. It is the Imperials. I want to see him dead as much as you want to see him dead. Hell, I'd almost say you want to see him dead more than I do.
Kind of like slowly nod to a big, looking back and kind of confused at the whole, here he is, but yet here he is, concept. I don't understand the magics you say you use to free me and talk to me, and
when you said
they
magic,
will
he chuckles. He chuckles. He goes, "Oh, it was no magic, my friend. Just a simple sleight of hand, a trick."
they will pay, and anybody who gets in my way will pay.
Good. That's what I wanted to hear. So, you will go to Corsela. You will serve under the defiler I have stationed there. And your reward is not only you get to kill every Imperial you want and any Imperial you want, I will make you rich.
This one not need riches. This one needs the blood of the one who imprisoned me, who killed my family, who killed my cubs. That is my payment I need.
At that, he kind of looks and goes, you don't want money, but you want revenge. You want to get the ones that took your family. All right, Saurine. I get you the guys who killed your family, and you just kill Imperials and help me out the best you can. Does that sound like a deal?
Since you helped me get those who try to get my family, I make sure nobody gets you. Because you have a promise to make to Saurine. This one will make sure no one hurts you. Or you.
Good, that's what I love to hear. Well, if you excuse me, I have a lot more business to take care of. I will leave you to your business. These fine gentlemen who broke you out will take you to Corsela. Gannett here, and he points to Gannett because he's standing there, will take you where you need to be. my other partners have other business to take care of for now. But
Very
I
well.
should let you to your business, and we will be in touch.
How will
Timer
this
out.
one?
And it clicks off when he says timer out, it goes out.
And I'll look back at
And
Tiber in the back of me. How will this one know which one is his? In whatever word he used. Talking to the other Tiber.
What?
yeah,
You
you
what?
How will this one know
He's talking to you.
which one is whatever word he used is?
Are you talking about which Tiber is?
What you just said. I'm looking back at Tiber, you, the one
Yes.
playing Brian, and asking which one will this? How will this one know? Is whatever word he used. Because I tried
You
saying
just
it.
guess.
That doesn't sound right. Just guess. How'd you know it was me? Did you just guess?
No, I knew what you looked like.
Well then, how will I know this other one?
He's the one with the power. He's the one that can kill you with a snap of his fingers. I'm not that one.
I know. He said I was supposed to go to Corsela or Corsela
Yes,
or whatever,
that's where we're going right now.
and I was supposed to meet somebody with the word that he used that I cannot understand.
What was the word?
Defiler, I believe is the
uh,
word, right?
Oh, Defiler?
Yeah, but
Oh.
and I'm trying to come up with how to say it, or B's or Z's. It doesn't even come close to what it is.
If it puts your mind at ease, the defilers will look something like me. I'm a defiler, and I spread fear and corruption for Tibazan throughout the galaxy.
And I point to him and smile.
By the way, I was going to say, do we have any... the prisoners are in, like, prisoner's garb. Do we got anything they can change into?
Well, probably once we get to Corsela. I don't know if we have anything here. Tell them to relax for the time being. They're fine. We'll give them some
So,
food.
so Corsela's friendly territory for us, and we have contacts, and we can... Yeah.
Yes. That's
Okay.
where the triads held up at. Or that's where they rule, actually.
Which, one of the things I tell the three that escaped with us, tell them, you're now obligated to me. And the Zan. So you will be well fed, taken care of, but you will have to help where needed. And we could definitely use the help.
And of course, the guys are all in agreement. They're just glad they're out of prison now. They're free, and better to serve you than to be trapped by the Empire. So they're in total agreement, ecstatic. They're just glad that they're free, as far as they're concerned.
Good.
Or freer than they were.
So what skills do they have? I bet you weren't expecting that one.
We'll get to that. We're getting close to the end now, because as we start to close on the scene in this episode, you see these shuttles start to fly down, and you see a blue planet with 2 moons that revolve around it, and it looks like typical blue planet, like your Alderaan or Naboo, and the shuttle flies down, and we go to screen, and that is the end of this episode. What do you guys think? You guys like it? Have fun?
Yeah.
Yes, it was good.
Yes, I
Thermal
do.
death
Alright.
are
These
awesome.
things lasting 4 hours. I was like, wait a second, this is it? Don't get me wrong. It's like, okay, no, pretty cool, but it's like I'm so used to being 4 hours long.
Well,
We've only been here an hour and a half. I'm like, wait a second, I'm not used to this.
it's actually been, we started, about 2.5 hours, actually.
2.5?
Believe it or not.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
I keep forgetting the time. Okay, never
Yeah,
mind.
so we had a good, decent game. I'd like to thank everybody who's watching now and in the future. I would also like to thank my players. Alan, always a pleasure to play. And this is the first time I actually got to GM you in a game, so that was awesome. Thank you. Brian, again,
No.
thank you. It's always a pleasure to play. And GM, you have GM you before. Gabe, I'm glad to have finally gamed with you. And Kevin, it was a good game with you again. For now, I'm going to let everybody go and look forward to the next introduction. These are introduction episodes that I'm doing for the Saga that's coming out. These are new characters that are coming in that weren't in the trilogy. So you will see 2 more of them. You will see one from Sean, who played in our trilogy. He will be back with a brand new character. And we've got a new player that has not played either, that his character will be coming up soon also. I'll have more information for that later, and you can check the Tides of Change Facebook group for more information on that. I'll have it there. Otherwise, I'm going to let everybody go and have a great night. Thank you for watching. Thank you for playing, and we will see you next time.